How many times have you heard or talked yourself about karma? And how many times, especially when someone has hurt you, have you wondered how exactly it works? And again, how many times have you hoped to find inner peace and live a more peaceful and fulfilling existence? The concept of karma, the ancient law of cause and effect, is one of the most fascinating concepts in Buddhist philosophy. And in this video, thanks to a Zen story steeped in spirituality, we will see how to cleanse your karma so that you can find inner peace. Because Buddhists, as well as talking about karma, also talk about how to cleanse it through wonderful teachings. So stay until the end and don't miss the moral of the story because, thanks to what you will discover, you will be able to embark on a spiritual journey that will allow you to achieve emotional balance and serenity. But before continuing, if you haven't already done so, we suggest you subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to be updated on new publications. In an ancient monastery nestled among the mountains of Tibet, the elderly and sagacious Buddhist monk Koshiro gathered his devoted disciples in the large internal courtyard. "Dear friends," began the monk, "as you have understood in other lessons, karma is one of the most beautiful concepts of Buddhism. Often, however, it is simplified and mystified, losing its most authentic meaning. But above all, no one answers the most important questions. How does it really work? And how can we purify it to find inner peace?" While the disciples listened with attention and extreme curiosity, Koshiro continued, "Today I will talk to you about the laws through which you can purify karma and find inner peace. Let's start with the first." He said, "the law of inspiration. This law is like a light that guides the path of our soul and invites us to explore the boundaries of our deepest desires, to immerse ourselves completely in what that we love and try to reach. It is a call to action that resonates at the core of our being, pushing us to pursue our dreams with passion and determination. When we embrace inspiration, we become like hawks, gliding in the infinite sky of our potential, with our gaze fixed on the prey, and therefore on our goals. If we are truly focused and determined, we immerse ourselves in the flow of creation, bringing to light the best of ourselves and our talents. And every action performed with inspiration becomes a work of art, a masterpiece woven with the golden threads of our dreams and aspirations. But inspiration goes beyond simple personal achievement. It connects us deeply with our highest purpose, with the sense of mission that resides at the heart of every living being. When we fully dedicate ourselves to what we love, we become vehicles of transformation for the world around us, spreading joy, beauty, and hope with every step we take. Ultimately, inspiration is a divine force that resides within each of us, ready to be awakened and cultivated. It is the spark that lights the fire of creativity and innovation, lighting the path to a life full of meaning and fulfillment. Imagine a young artist who wakes up every morning with a burning desire to paint the world in its brightest colors. Each brushstroke is an expression of his inner inspiration, a reflection of his soul dancing on the canvas. And through her total commitment and unwavering passion, she transforms simple pieces of canvas into works of art that touch the hearts of the people who view them. Even in everyday life, inspiration manifests itself through simple but significant gestures. Think of a parent who sacrifices himself for the good of his children, finding strength and determination in the love he has for them. In any case, inspiration translates into actions that transform the world around us, bringing light and beauty into the lives of others. And it is through total commitment and inner fervor that we can truly embody the transformative power of inspiration and purify our karma. The second law of karma, continued the monk, is the law of compassion, and it is like a river that flows incessantly, carrying with it love and kindness towards every living being. It invites us to extend our hand with empathy and understanding, to act with kindness and altruism in every situation. Let's think of a teacher who, instead of punishing students for their mistakes, welcomes them with patience and support, helping them learn from their experiences and grow as individuals. His compassion is like a protective hand that guides his students along the path of knowledge and understanding. Even in small everyday actions, compassion can make a difference. Think about how much a kind smile can do for a stranger in need, a word of comfort for a grieving friend, a gesture of kindness for a person going through a difficult time. Compassion is like an inexhaustible source of love that connects us deeply with others and with the world. It is an energy that helps us to love ourselves more too. The third law of karma, the law of forgiveness, is like a river that constantly flows, carrying with it the possibility of liberation and healing. It essentially invites us to let go of the weight of resentment and anger, to embrace the transformative power of grace and compassion. Imagine a woman who, after years of pain and resentment for an injustice she has suffered, finds the strength to forgive her attacker. His act of forgiveness is like a ray of light that pierces the darkness, freeing his heart from the weight of the past and opening the door to inner healing. Even in small daily challenges, forgiveness can bring peace and liberation, a gesture of compassion towards those who have disappointed us, a kind word for those who have made a mistake, a hug of peace for those seeking redemption. In any case, forgiveness is an act of courage and nobility that allows us to overcome the wounds of the past and embrace a future of hope and freedom.
Before continuing with the wisdom of the monk Hoshiro, we would like to know what you think of this fascinating topic and what karma-related experiences you have had. Write it in the comments and let's compare. Also, if you are enjoying the video, please like and share it. It doesn't cost you anything, but you will help us produce new quality content every day for your spiritual growth.
Another extraordinarily important law of karma is that of gratitude. It is like a radiant sun that illuminates our path and gives us joy, inviting us to recognize the blessings of life and to live with a heart full of appreciation and thanksgiving. Imagine a person who, despite the challenges and difficulties of life, always finds time to give thanks for the small daily joys, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the smile of a friend, the singing of birds in the morning. Even in challenges and adversities, gratitude can be a light that guides us through the darkness, a thanks for the lessons learned from difficulties, an appreciation for the people who support us during difficult times, an awareness of the precious value of life itself. The fifth law of karma is the law of generosity and brings with it the energy of love and sharing. It invites us to practice acts of altruism and to give what we can, both materially and spiritually, to ease pain and bring comfort to others. Imagine a person who dedicates his time and resources to help those who are less fortunate, who distributes food to the needy or offers support and a listening ear to those in difficulty. His generous spirit is like an inexhaustible source of love and compassion, nourishing the hearts of everyone he meets along the way, and this can only give her peace and serenity. The sixth law of karma, the law of responsibility, is like a beacon that illuminates the path of awareness and self-control. It invites us to take full responsibility for our actions, our choices, and their consequences, both positive and negative. Imagine a person who recognizes the power of their decisions and is committed to acting with integrity and honesty in every situation. She takes responsibility for her physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, constantly working to improve herself and the world around her. His commitment to responsibility is like a solid rock on which to build his life, weathering the storms and challenges that may cross his path. Even in daily challenges, Responsibility can be a light that illuminates our path. We take responsibility for our actions and our words, assuming the consequences of our choices. Remember that responsibility is an attitude that makes us free and authentic, allowing us to live a life based on integrity and dignity. The seventh law of karma, the law of patience, is like a light breeze that brings with it calm and serenity. It invites us to accept the flow of time and to trust the process, knowing that everything happens according to its natural rhythm. Imagine a person who practices patience in the most difficult situations, waiting calmly and without anxiety for things to work out at the right time. His patience will allow him to face challenges with equanimity and wisdom without ever losing his inner tranquility. Therefore, dear disciples, while we confidently wait for things to be resolved at the right time without haste or anxiety, let us carry out concrete actions that will allow us to achieve our goals despite the challenges we will encounter along the way. The next law you should follow is that of integrity, and is like a solid rock on which to build our existence. According to this law, we must live consistently with our deepest values and act with honesty and authenticity in every situation. Imagine a leader who acts with integrity and justice, making courageous and selfless decisions for the common good. His integrity is like a flag waving in the air, a symbol of trust and respect from those who follow him. Even in small, everyday actions, integrity can be a valuable guide to living a meaningful and authentic life. We are faithful to our word. We act with honesty and respect towards others, always maintaining our personal value high. The ninth law of karma, the law of non-resistance and acceptance, is like a gently flowing river, gracefully adapting to its path without resisting change. It invites us to flow with the course of life rather than fight against it, to accept situations and people as they are without trying to change or control them at all costs. Imagine a person who practices non-resistance in life's challenges, accepting with serenity and understanding the difficulties and obstacles he encounters along his path. His non-resistance is like a light breeze that brings peace and tranquility into his existence, allowing him to live in harmony with himself and the world around him. Remember that not resisting can help you live a more balanced and peaceful life. So let's accept the things we can't change, let go of the need for control, and show trust in the flow of life. The next law of karma that we should always follow is the law of authenticity. It invites us to be true and genuine with ourselves and with others. It urges us to live in harmony with our inner truth, to express who we really are without masks or compromises. Imagine a person who embraces authenticity in every aspect of their life, who lives consistently with their values and deepest beliefs. His authenticity is like a light that radiates from his heart, inspiring others to follow their path with courage and integrity. Even in everyday challenges, authenticity can be a valuable guide to living a more authentic and meaningful life. Therefore, let's be honest with ourselves and others, live in coherence with our inner truth, and commit ourselves to being the best version of ourselves. The law of rebirth, added Koshiro, is linked to the eternal cycle of nature, which brings with it the promise of new beginnings and infinite possibilities, and teaches us that life is a continuous flow of birth, death, and rebirth, and that every end is only the prelude to a new beginning. Imagine a person who embraces the concept of rebirth, accepting the natural flow of life, and facing every transformation with confidence and courage. His awareness of rebirth is like a beacon of hope that lights his path, bringing comfort and encouragement in phases of change and transition. Even in daily challenges, the awareness of rebirth can be a precious guide to face the difficulties and transformations of life. We accept that every end is only the prelude to a new beginning, that every loss is only the sign of a new beginning, and that every end is only the beginning of a new life. The law of rebirth teaches us that there is never truly a definitive end, but only the continuous flow of life and the eternal promise of new beginnings and infinite possibilities. As the sun had given way to night, and the disciples were deeply grateful to their spiritual guide for the wisdom he was imparting, Koshiro continued his lesson. Remember, dear disciples, that these laws offer us a map to navigate through the rough waters of life, guiding us to the shore of inner peace and personal fulfillment. Each of these laws invites us to reflect deeply on our actions, our intentions, and the energies we bring into the world. And by following them, we can purify our karma, freeing ourselves from negative patterns and habits, opening the door to new opportunities for growth and transformation. What you must always learn and remember is that karma is not only a cosmic law of cause and effect, but also a practical guide to living a life of integrity, compassion, and wisdom. Through the constant practice of these laws, we can free our hearts from resentments and worries, embrace life with gratitude, and fully live every moment with serenity and joy. And only by living in harmony with them can we get closer and closer to our true nature, realizing our potential, clearing our karma, and finding inner peace.